19-year-old Aniah Haley Blanchard was born on June 22, 2000, and was from Homewood, Alabama. She is the daughter of Elijah Blanchard, a Birmingham businessman, and Angela Haley Harris, a registered nurse. Her mother is currently married to UFC heavyweight fighter Walt Harris. Aniah graduated from Homewood High School, where she was the captain of her softball team and known for her leadership and kind spirit towards her opponents. She wore the signature blue jersey 22 and was awarded the prestigious Patriot Award that distinguishes individuals for excellence and exemplary character on and off the field. Upon graduating high school, she enrolled at Southern Union State Community College near Auburn, where she majored in early childhood education due to her unwavering love for children. Her sophomore year, she had plans of transferring to Auburn University. Aniah was described to be a nurturing and people person with a heart of gold. On this night, she visited a family member before heading to a nearby Chevron gas station in Auburn. However, this would strangely be the last time Aniah was seen. At 11:09 p.m., she texted her roommate that she was close to being home. However, at 11:40 p.m., she texted her roommate again that she was with a man named Eric whom she had just met, and then her phone activity ended 7 minutes later. She also ended up never arriving back to her room. Her roommate found her text about this mysterious Eric to be unlike her, so it was unclear to them if she even sent that text message herself. The weird text and Aniah never returning back resulted in a missing persons report the next day. On October 25th, Aniah's vehicle was found abandoned and damaged at an apartment complex in Montgomery. The affidavit revealed blood evidence indicative of someone suffering a life-threatening injury located in the vehicle's passenger compartment. In addition to blood, investigators found a bullet hole in the passenger side door and shell casings in the left cup holder. Police also reported that there was an odor of cleaning solution, such as ammonia or Clorox. The blood was later determined to be Aniah's. At that point, her disappearance resulted in an extensive effort to locate her. By October 30th, a task force of several law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences, was formed. Her case received national media coverage. On November 14, 2019, Dr. Phil aired an episode where Aniah's mother and stepfather made an appearance to make their appeal for help on national television to find Aniah. They discussed the possibility of Aniah being the victim of a setup and many other theories that might have led to her kidnapping.
If she's being held captive right now and she's listening to you, Walt, what do you say to her?
I love you, baby girl. We're looking for you. We're doing everything that we can, and we're gonna get you. I promise. I won't stop until we do. We love you.
Angela?
Aniah, you know Mommy loves you. You're my heart, and I want you to be the strong girl that you are. Just hold on. Be strong, be tough, be smart, and then because we are working hard to get to you, and it's going to be soon, I promise. Mommy loves you.
And Aniah, let me add, your parents...
Aniah's college roommate expressed that her biggest fear was to be kidnapped or murdered. As soon as Aniah walked into their place, she would always check every room. The two also shared locations with each other, and Aniah would always let her know when she was coming home. However, her worst nightmare would tragically come true. On November 7th, just days after Aniah's parents appeared on Dr. Phil, police identified 29-year-old Ibrahim Yazeed from Montgomery as a suspect. He was seen on surveillance video in the same gas station as Aniah on the same night. The video surveillance showed that Ibrahim was purchasing an alcoholic beverage when he looked over his shoulder at Aniah as she passed by. In the footage, detectives also saw a man wearing a blue jean jacket who came into the gas station at the same time as Ibrahim. When investigators tracked down the man, he said that he saw Ibrahim forcing Aniah into her black 2017 Honda CR-V against her will, and then drove away. He then went home and told a female companion about it. She told him to mind his business and stay out of it, but later in court, the witness cried with remorse over not having come forward sooner. At the time of Aniah's kidnapping, Ibrahim was freed on a $295,000 bail. He had been charged with possession of marijuana, robbery, kidnapping, and attempted murder. The charges were connected to an alleged crime earlier that year, during which 4 assailants robbed and beat 2 men in a hotel in Montgomery. One of the victims, a 77-year-old man, was reportedly left unconscious, unresponsive, severely injured, and near death. The suspect is also accused of attempting to kill 2 police officers by ramming his car into theirs, and was arrested in 2017 for aggravated battery on a police officer. On November 8th, a tip led police to Escambia County, Florida, where he was arrested and extradited back to Alabama to face first-degree kidnapping charges. On November 22nd, police arrested Antoine Squirmy Fisher, alleging that he disposed of evidence and provided transportation for Ibrahim. He has previously served 3 years in prison for his part in a drug deal-related murder. 3 days later, police arrested a 3rd suspect, David Johnson Jr., and charged him with hindering prosecution. However, charges against both of them were later dismissed as their conducts did not rise to the level of accomplice liability. On November 25th, human remains were found in Macon County, in the woods off County Road 2. Investigators discovered a skull, which appeared to have a bullet hole in the top. Along with the remains was clothing similar to what Aniah had last been seen wearing, as well as a lead projectile. 2 days later, the remains were identified as Aniah Blanchard's. An autopsy report determined that her cause of death was a gunshot wound. Ibrahim's friend, Antoine Fisher, spoke to investigators before his charges were dropped, and his account is as follows. On October 24th, Ibrahim came to David Johnson Jr.'s home between 5 and 6 a.m. He claimed to have seen Aniah's vehicle parked, but Ibrahim told him that he needed more gas, so he took him to the gas station. After driving Ibrahim around, he obtained an assault rifle and went to a cemetery off I-85. There, he claimed to have seen Ibrahim drag 2 legs wrapped in a comforter and spend some time in the woods before returning to his car. He then said he confronted Ibrahim saying something to the effect of, "Tell me that's not a body," to which he replied, "It won't come back on you and your family." Once the human remains were confirmed to be those of Aniah's, the courts upgraded Ibrahim's charges from first-degree kidnapping to capital murder. But he faces 2 counts, one for committing a murder in a car through the use of a deadly weapon while the victim is in a vehicle, and the other for committing a murder during a kidnapping in the first degree. The DA's office is seeking the death penalty, and he has pleaded not guilty to all charges against him. On March 23, 2020, Ibrahim allegedly assaulted several corrections officers, which resulted in charges of second-degree assault. In June 2020, Ibrahim was charged with the 2018 murder of Stephen Hamby. He was also charged with the attempted murder of a woman who was shot in the face during the incident in which Hamby was killed. The judge issued a gag order preventing Ibrahim's attorneys, prosecutors, and witnesses from speaking to the media about the case. He has been held in Lee County Jail without bond since then and will remain there until his conviction or unlikely acquittal. Following Aniah's unfortunate passing, her family has dealt with much grief and triumph on her behalf. She has since received an honorary degree from Southern Union College. Her death has also led to the creation of Aniah's Law in 2020, which reforms Alabama's bail laws. In the same year, Homewood Public Schools also established a scholarship in her name. A bench in the town's Patriot Park was dedicated in her honor, and December 21st is formally designated by the city of Homewood as Aniah's Day. Aniah's Heart, a nonprofit organization, was founded by her mother and dedicated to her remembrance, providing safety education and self-defense training to the community, and hope for the missing through search and recovery support. They are also accepting donations, so please do offer support monetarily if you are able. May Aniah forever rest in paradise, and thank you all for watching.